anything related to the Kamisato clan, you are quite welcome to discuss it with me instead.
Oh, hi. Your flattering words flatter us. Please excuse the suddenness of our visit, for it is most improper etiquette.
Why on earth are you talking like that?
Well, he seems like a pretty powerful person. He's already working his way up Paimon's list of people to never mess with. Look! As soon as he stands up, the whole atmosphere in the room changes, and it feels like you gotta be super polite.
You shower me with praise undeserved, my little guest. There is no need to be quite so formal. This is a private residence, so please, relax.
Oh, good. 'Cause that whole spiel was really tiring just now. Alright, now that that's over, Paimon's just gonna ask the question. We heard a rumor that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato are gonna get married soon. Do you know anything about that?
Oh? I wouldn't have thought you'd heard about that yet. I see. Well, it's true. It wasn't long ago that I received the news myself. The head clans of 2 commissions are to become joined through marriage. This is big news for the whole of Inazuma. Since the Yashiro Commission presides over cultural and ceremonial affairs, it closely involves us, too.
Yes. And since the commissions are kind of the face of the Almighty Shogun to the masses, this wedding is one that we have to treat as a serious affair.
Right! Makes sense. Ah, 2 true lovers becoming husband and wife. What a happy occasion!
It is. High-profile matrimonial links between 2 commissions are extremely rare. But these 2 truly love each other. Tradition should give way to freedom in this case.
All right then. I'll be sure to pay them a visit to send the best wishes of the Kamisato clan.
No need. I'll visit them personally this time.
Huh? But you have other things to be doing.
This is a marriage between the Kujo clan and the Hiragi clan. The Kamisato clan must demonstrate an appropriate level of respect. The work of the Yashiro Commission is indeed multifarious. Normally, weddings and other ceremonies would come under the supervision of my sister, but she is presently occupied with other matters, and I happen to have a little time to spare. Oh, and would you 2 care to join me? I presume you 2 have a special connection with the individuals in question, or you would not be quite so interested in this matter. This being the case, why not come and offer your best wishes too?
Oh, it's not as interesting as you make it sound. No special connections here. Super ordinary ones, actually. We just agreed to help deliver a letter this one time, that's all. Although wait, does that mean we helped make this wedding happen? Alright then.
I cannot thank you enough. Your mere presence shall surely mean we are spared the futile pursuit known as small talk.
Wait, you're the Yashiro Commissioner, but you can't do small talk?
Small talk is a chore. Of course, there are some people in the world who quite enjoy doing chores. But Toma, I'm heading out with my 2 guests now. I'll leave the residence in your capable hands.
Not a problem. Take care, my lord.
Time to go. Ah, you're finally...
Ah, Yashiro Commissioner!
Who are these 2?
They're friends of ours. Paimon will do the introductions.
So it's true. Well, there we have it. That's it then. So be it.
Great, so our hunch was spot on.
It is a little inappropriate for me to have shared news of this magnitude with you. So I would be much obliged if you could keep it in strict confidence until an official public announcement is made.
Don't worry, sir. We give you our word. We won't tell anyone about it.
That puts my mind at ease. Now, on the topic. We'd like to pay a visit to the Kujo clan. Would you mind leading the way for us?
Of course not. I'd be honored.
I guess this is where I... Goodbye, then.
Aw, cheer up, Shanojo.
I'll try. Thank you.
One with nature. Chip! Sha! All right, then. Please excuse me. I'll leave you to it from here.
Okay. Thanks, Ippei. I apologize that your impromptu visit comes at a busy time for us, Commissioner. Otherwise, you can be sure that we would have prepared a more extravagant reception.
I don't mean to impose, Sir Kujo. In fact, I'm not here on official business at all. I heard the good news about yourself and Lady Hiragi. What a glorious marital alliance this shall be. Given the close ties between our clans, it seemed only right that I should come and offer the Kamisato clan's congratulations in person.
I'm truly honored. I hope the news didn't come as too much of a surprise.
Hey there! We came to congratulate you as well!
Since the incident with the Takatsukasa clan, things in the Tenryou Commission have slowly started to stabilize. I'm still acclimating to the position of acting head of the clan. I just hope I'm up to the task, so I can live up to everyone's expectations.
You're far too modest. The public thinks very highly of you.
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't have achieved anything without the support of my people. Thanks to them, everything is gradually stabilizing, and I've finally had the chance to focus a little on my personal life.
Well, you're certainly making big progress in that department.
Come on now, you're embarrassing me. Pardon me,
It's perfectly all right. Please, continue. I'm quite content to listen. It's a joyous occasion. Light-hearted is exactly how things should be.
You're right. But I am curious to know, what's your honest opinion on the whole thing?
Of course not. Where there is true love, nothing should be allowed to stand in its way. No doubt people will offer you a colorful variety of opinions. But of course, you will have factored this into your decision, and I'm sure you are prepared for whatever challenges may lie ahead.
Indeed I am.
So, please be confident. When your mind is made up, you ought not be worried about things for which you are already well prepared. Nevertheless, there is just one small aspect of this that puzzles me a little.
Please, go ahead.
You've been working hard to bring the Tenryou Commission in line. This is positive, and no doubt the beginning of important change. But on the other side of this equation, Lady Hiragi's father, Hiragi Shinsuke, is still in prison. If you choose now, of all moments, to announce a marriage between the Hiragi and Kujo clans, the kinds of rumors that may begin to spread both among the general public and in the Kanjo Commission are not likely to be in either of your best interests.
Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself, Sir Kamisato. This has been my biggest concern for quite a while now. Hiragi Shinsuke is firmly against me having any contact at all with Chisato. In the past, we've always had to communicate in secret by sending letters. So although now may not look like the best timing for this marriage, it may well be the only opportunity we have.
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he acts like this sweet old man, but he was determined to make as much trouble for us as possible. Oh, he is the worst!
I can see where you're coming from, but you're only postponing the problem, not solving it. You will still have to face it sooner or later.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. But since Chisato had the courage to ask me to marry her in spite of everything, how can I just... Well, sort of. She raised the idea in a letter, and after some initial hesitation, I went to meet her and have a serious conversation about our future. It's funny, actually, because when I formally proposed to her in person, she denied having ever written that letter. So coy.
Huh? Really?
She didn't say. She just acted confused by the whole thing. She really committed to it. I'll never forget the look on her face.
Oh.
Anyway, as her boyfriend, I knew she was just pretending, so I played along and said, I was only joking about the letter, and then I proposed. After making some disgruntled noises about me making a stupid joke, she blushed and said yes. We spent that afternoon working through all the details of the wedding.
Okay. So you discussed it and decided on a date?
We did. I guess it was a chance to finally express our commitment to one another, clearly and completely. And you know what? I think it was about time. No matter what happens next, I will always be there for her as the one person she can always rely on.
Oh, give me a break. Sorry, but Paimon's been wanting to say this the whole time. Is it just this dude, or does everyone in love act like this? He just won't stop talking.
Apologies, my friends. And also to Sir Kamisato. I must sound like a fool.
Far from it. On the contrary, seeing you so positively smitten puts my mind at rest. No surer evidence could there be of your true feelings and your commitment. If I had any reservations before, I certainly don't now. I wish you a joyous wedding when the day comes.
Yeah, even if it's kinda irritating to see you all smug like this, it's still a happy occasion. Good luck on the day, and have a happy wedding!
Thank you all. It means a lot.
We have some other business to attend to now. Until next time.
Very well. I'll see you out.
He seems busy. That must be true for anyone about to get married, right? It's a happy kind of busy, though.
You're right. Kujo Kamaji is on Cloud 9. What do you think, Traveler? He chalked it up to her being coy, but it bothers me also. But, unfortunately, attempting to seek the truth of the matter would likely be fruitless.
Yeah, how come? Whenever we come across stuff like this on our adventures, we always find a way to get to the bottom of it.
I see. So that's how adventurers think. In my opinion, we face two obstacles in this case. Firstly, we have very little information to go on, and I must be cautious about taking a stance. This makes it difficult to investigate. Secondly, and more importantly, the person involved doesn't seem to care. If we intervene without his blessing, good intentions may lead to catastrophic results.
You do have a point. Kamaji doesn't seem worried at all.
Everything in the world is intertwined. What looks like a simple outcome is often the result of multiple conflating reasons. Seeking the full truth would be a long and laborious process. Sort of. My opinion is something like this. When something strange happens, instead of trying to find out what could have caused it, it is better to look at the situation itself. If the outcome is positive, and no one was deceived or harmed in the process, then it is acceptable. We don't know yet. After all, we don't know what Hiragi Chisato's thoughts are, do we? I have to say, I'm impressed by your ability to zero in on the issue from such a short meeting. Most insightful of you. You are thorough and thoughtful, just as my sister describes.
Huh? But Chisato and Kamaji have already talked everything through, haven't they?
Only if we are to take Kujo Kamaji at his word. I wish to know Hiragi Chisato. Don't worry about it. I was planning to visit the Hiragi clan to deliver my best wishes anyway. Let's take the opportunity to hear her thoughts. If she's as committed as Kujo Kamaji, perhaps they can navigate the challenges ahead successfully. But if not... well, life isn't always a smooth journey.
Time to go. Time to go.
There is still much to prepare for the wedding. Should we also invite some prominent business leaders who frequently visit Rito?
At the very least, we should send them invitations.
I agree. Ah, hello there, Yashiro Commissioner. To what do we owe the honor on this fine day?
As it happens, I'm here regarding the same wedding I believe I heard you discussing. Would Lady Hiragi happen to be available at this moment?
Our lady is entertaining guests right now, and we're not entirely sure how long she will be.
But please, do come in. We will arrange some tea and snacks for you and your attendants.
Hey! Paimon is not an attendant!
You misunderstand. These two are dear friends.
You're too kind.
We don't wish to impose. We'll just wander around in the general area. Apologies for the interruption while you're busy with preparations. Please, let us know once Lady Hiragi is available.
Nonsense, Commissioner. No imposition at all. This wedding is a joyful occasion, and all the other clans who serve the Hiragi clan are most delighted for them indeed. We're merely doing the best we can to make this wedding as grand an affair as possible.
When the time comes, we'll invite everyone in the clan and even the general public to attend.
That sounds splendid. We'll leave you to it.
Take care, Commissioner.
Seems like you guys talked a lot without actually saying anything.
Hence why I dislike small talk. Our timing was not ideal, but never mind.
Oh, it's Tomoki!
Ah, it's you. Good to see you again. Seems like you're always showing up with
Oh?
Yep, we tried his dango milk a while back with the almighty Shogun in Inazuma City.
Ah, I see. I'd caught wind of this dango milk, but I didn't know that it had an... I always order one of his when I noticed he'd set up shop in Rito.
Thanks to you all, my business is finally beginning to take off. It gave me the confidence to decide that I'm going to stick to creative cuisine from now on. On the one hand, I wanted more people to be able to try out my culinary creations. On the other hand, I wanted my customers to experience the joy of being creative. So I gave it a lot of thought and finally came up with an all-new business concept.
Sounds interesting. What is it this time?
I've decided to give complete creative control to the customer. I offer all sorts of ingredients, and they pick and choose whatever they want to mix with their milk or tea. As well as dango, I now offer rice cake, purple potato balls, black sugar, and sunsettia.
Do they really all go well with milk? Hard to imagine, but who knows? It could be delicious.
What if I were to choose some ingredients you don't have here? Would that be okay?
Well, I guess so. Any novel ideas you have, Commissioner, please feel free to tell me. I'll go buy the ingredients right away. The whole idea was to let my customers express their creativity freely. So of course, I shouldn't place restrictions on the ingredients if I can help it.
Excellent. There are a few things I'd like to try. Lavender melon, seagrass, and sea ganoderma.
What? You want to mix those with milk?
I do indeed. Why? What's wrong?
You really think that's gonna turn out tasting good?
It's all about the experience. The taste is secondary. It's great to try new things. Traveler, any thoughts?
Yes, dango. Dango will do nicely.
An ordinary choice, but there's nothing wrong with that. 2 dango milks and 1 milk with...
No problem. Give me a second, and I'll have them ready in just a moment. Here, your milk is ready. Give it a try.
Dango milk tastes pretty good once you get used to it. What about yours?
A most memorable texture indeed.
Your review seemed pretty positive.
Taste is your key concern.
Obviously. Tasty food and drinks are some of life's most important pursuits.
Well said. If I could say the same was true for me, I believe I'd be a very content man. Yes. No one has unlimited energy, and I try to conserve mine for the things that really count. To create some mental breathing room, I try not to having my sister attend public events in my stead, and having Toma as housekeeper has also been a great help, and allowed me to focus.
We're just passing the time here though, right? Is there anything else to think?
One or two things. Let's continue this discussion some. I noticed something before we left the Hiragi clan's residence. No, it was just a small detail. Naturally, they responded that all other but...
What do you mean?
Hiragi Shinsuke is still in prison. Hiragi Chisato is the sole remaining pillar of her clan. But they didn't mention a word about that. They simply said they were delighted for them. These aren't... I imagine they didn't want to discuss family issues in front of outsiders. Keep a close eye on them, Hisashi.
Yes, sir.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
This is one of my most trusted members of the Shumatsuban. He's been quietly watching out for us this whole time.
Merely doing my duties, sir.
Keep a close watch on the clan representatives we met today.
Well received. I'm on the case.
Oh, and I almost forgot. That milk I just had? Please order one more and deliver it to Toma.
As you wish, sir.
Oh no, poor Toma.
Sir Kamisato, Lady Hiragi's previous engagement is now concluded. She's waiting for you in the courtyard.
Thank you kindly. Let's go and see Hiragi Chisato.
Time to go. Time to go.
Hi, nice to see you again, Chisato.
I heard that Sir Kamisato had brought some guests, but I didn't know it was you two.
It's been a while, Lady Hiragi. How have you been faring?
This is a rare privilege, Sir Kamisato. It is not often that I have the chance to meet you, let alone here in the comfort of my own home. I'm doing very well indeed, thank you. You must be so busy. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and congratulate Kamaji and I.
But of course. The Tri-Commission are the servants of the Shogun, and we should look out for one another. Perhaps his joy is infectious, for I am now feeling rather elated myself. I sincerely wish you a joyful wedding and a blissful marriage.
Thank you for your kind words. This was not an easy decision to make. I'm sure the news will cause something of a stir. But come what may, we will stand as one and face whatever the future throws at us, together.
Sounds like things are pretty tough for you, Chisato.
Yes. To be honest, I'm still a little nervous about it all. But Kamaji has been so supportive. His promises have comforted me a lot.
It sounds like you have some considerable reservations, Lady Hiragi.
Yes. Well, there are so many things I need to consider. In case you were wondering, I was not actually entertaining VIPs just now. I was in fact
Oh! Really? Him?
Mm-hmm. He charged in all of a sudden and said that he had something very important to tell me. He didn't mince his words. Basically, he doesn't want me to marry Kamaji. He has always been a calm and contained person who never acts out of line. I was quite shocked to see him so agitated. But despite all that, what he was saying made a lot of sense. He thinks that now is a bad time for this wedding to happen. He pointed out that I am like the final pillar propping up my clan. If I marry into the Kujo clan...
It's just two families becoming one big family though, right? What's the big deal?
Traditionally, in Inazuma, clan affiliation influences every facet of life. After the wedding, Lady Hiragi will belong to the Kujo clan.
Precisely. This is a terrible thing to be saying, but... I'm so sorry. I can't believe I'm making my guests listen to me complaining.
No problem at all. The Yashiro Commission has a duty to listen to you. Now that I've heard your concerns, I should offer to help you as best I can. Now, we heard from Sir Kujo that his decision to tie the knot was prompted by a letter he received from you. But we've also heard that you did not write that letter. Sir Kujo thought that perhaps you were just being...
What? But that was... It was just a prop in his playful proposal, wasn't it? It was clearly purposed to...
Fancy lettering, you say? So I am to understand that had it not been for this letter, you two...
When it comes down to it... Yeah...
Sir Kujo maintains that the letter was penned by your hand.
Huh? But then...
Either way, it's wonderful to see how much you both trust one another. In that sense, you could say that... Who knows? Perhaps Sir Kujo was the one being coy.
I understand. But now...
Marriage is It is also part of the Yashiro Commission's job to help people through difficult... I say this as an advocate for you personally, and to be together with the one you...
I'll take to heart every word you have said to me. I can't thank you enough, Sir Kamisato. I'll think very carefully about your advice.
All that matters is that you follow your heart. Since you'll be needing some time to think things over, we will excuse ourselves now.
Oh, wait! Let me see you out.
Thank you, Lady Hiragi, but there will be no need. Traveler, let's find somewhere to talk.
Hiragi Chisato is on a total... Ayato, why did you give her such vague suggestions?
I've said everything I can, given the Yashiro Commission's stance. Interfering too much with other commissions, the more I think about it, the stranger this all seems.
Strange? In what way?
Someone wants Hiragi Chisato to be married as soon as possible, and if my guess is right... Think about this. A lowly officer is greatly worth when someone's words and actions do not match. You need to infer their... Yes. It even had the forged letter failed. But if with Hiragi Chisato having married into the Kujo clan and the head of the... Actually, we have evidence.
Shinojo?
He should be...
Yes, sir?
That's the second time you've done that! Paimon cannot deal with this.
Did they take one of the Kanjo Commission officers away?
Yes. His name is Shinojo.
As I expected. They cannot afford to let this opportunity pass them by. Hiragi Chisato had been persuaded by Kujo Kamaji, but after Chisato's meeting with Shinojo,
But why did they suspect...
Someone was eavesdropping on our conversation with Chisato the entire time.
No way! Whew. Lucky Paimon... But Chisato...
I think so. But whoever is behind this will not allow their plan to fail now. Her stance was so passive that she was easily manipulated. Treated despite all of this. When she formally marries into the Kujo clan, she will lose her title as daughter of the Hiragi clan, her position in the Kanjo Commission.
Marriage is such a trap.
Easier said than done. We, meanwhile, are out in the open. If we attempt to stop...
So what are we gonna do?
At this stage, if the perpetrators wish to maintain control over the situation, their only option is to come out from the shadows and bare their fangs. But first things first, we must go and rescue Shinojo. Tell me where Shinojo is.
Time to go.
What are you doing? Release Shinojo this instant!
Stop this.
It's the Yashiro Commissioner. Well, we take orders from our
Really? Then please.
Who goes there?
Cascade.
Get them! Solidify!
Into the wind.
This isn't good. See? Higher, here's my fire. Go!
I'm lost.
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
This is order.
blast. Let's go. We must report to Master right away.
Hey, get back here!
No need to follow them. We need bait to catch the fish anyway. Leave them be. I think I saw a key fall to the ground during the fight. Let's free Shinojo first. But in all the chaos, it must have been kicked to one side. Where did it end up?
What the? It's a tanuki? Oh, don't tell Paimon that the tanuki took it!
Let's follow it and see.
Solidify! Gather!
Oh, thank the... Thank you. Thank you. It was terrifying. They said they were gonna throw the cage into the sea with me still inside. Oh, wait! You have to listen to me. Lady Chisato's wedding. It's all part of a scheme. Someone's trying to use the wedding for their own ends.
Calm down, Shinojo. It's okay. We know about all that.
Huh?
Our suspicions were roused to this possibility, and so far, everything is unfolding rather as we expected. Those behind this plan are not going to give up easily. Their next move is imminent. We must devise sufficient countermeasures.
Yashiro Commissioner, you're personally going to take action?
This situation has consequences for the whole Tri-Commission, and the stability of all Inazumas at stake. My hitherto neutral stance ends now. The almighty Shogun has always despised these pathetic power games. As a commissioner, I am a servant of the Shogun, and it is therefore my duty to handle these tiresome matters on her behalf.
That's true.
Shinojo, don't return to your post yet. Find somewhere safe and stay hidden. Traveler, Paimon, let's get out of here.
Well, if it isn't the Yashiro Commissioner. I hear you showed up here with no explanation and attacked my men. You wouldn't happen to be carrying out some sort of secret mission, now would you?
I heard that someone was taking the law into their own hands. As a responsible official of Inazuma, I could not in good conscience stand idly by. Shinojo may be your retainer, but the law does not grant you the right to abuse him.
Abuse? Nonsense. I was just teaching him a lesson. Out of nowhere, a low-ranking officer decides to barge in on Lady Hiragi and start spouting out the most absurd and insulting nonsense one can imagine. A truly egregious loss of decorum. I dare say, the poor lady was terrified.
So, you're saying that you know absolutely nothing of the reasons for his actions? Because otherwise, why would you describe it as out of nowhere?
Two people from two different clans are getting married. That's all there is to it. And yet this young gentleman took it upon himself to fabricate a nonsensical disaster story around it. How should I know what he was thinking? Even if she marries into the Kujo clan, Lady Hiragi will always be the daughter of the Hiragi clan and the most distinguished member of the Kanjo Commission. We are, and always will be, her loyal assistants. It's our duty to see that she never has to worry about anything. Loyalty and duty are our guiding principles. Not only did this guard show no regard for either, he went out of his way to upset our lady. How could one do such a thing? Even if we put it down to a rare moment of impulsivity, I have to say...
Darn it! This guy is good. Annoyingly good.
Funny. I'm suddenly reminded of an anecdote I'd like to share with you. There's not been a dull moment since I took up my post in the Yashiro Commission. Every day I've been exposed to new and fascinating things. For instance, a merchant from abroad once told me about a curious kind of bird with the most extraordinarily long tongue. So long, in fact, that you can tie 2 knots in the portion of it that extends out of its beak. I'm sure someone as erudite as yourself could be able to guess what people do with these unusual avians.
Keep them as pets.
You'd think, wouldn't you? But there's a catch. You see, this bird is of no use to humans whatsoever, and certainly doesn't make a suitable pet. If you catch one, the best thing you can do is actually cut its tongue off and throw it out of the window. The reason they give is this. The longest tongue has the most to say, but don't be deceived as it chirps away, lest the song it sings lead you astray.
I say, Yashiro Commissioner, are you here simply to mock the Kanjo Commission?
Far from it. In my mind, the Kanjo Commission is made up of honorable individuals, upright and forthright, conscientious and loyal. It is unbecoming of such people to resort to lies, deception, and filibustering, all as part of a plan to remove Lady Hiragi from her position in the Kanjo Commission.
Yashiro Commissioner, please don't make accusations without any evidence.
The evidence is standing right in front of me, is it not? I have a credible witness who can confirm you were quick to try and make him disappear as soon as he said something that you did not like. Ugh, dear me. I can't believe the Grand Matsura clan is now represented by someone with less of a sense of loyalty than even an ordinary servant. You studied hard and took a government position, only to make it to where you are now just to play these petty power games behind the scenes. I'm not sure whether it's because you're smart enough to play the system, or too foolish to know any better. In your years of service to the Shogun, not only have you managed to glean nothing good from the people around you, you have also let yourself be blinded by self-interest. And now you have ruined your once bright future. I'm not angry, Mr. Matsura. I just feel sorry for you.
Is that right? Then tell me, if you're so bright, what exactly do you think you can do to me? This is at most a Kanjo Commission issue. We'll handle this amongst ourselves. You are reaching rather outside of your bounds, Yashiro Commissioner. If you seek to involve yourself in other clans' affairs, might I be so bold then, as to question your motives in doing so? I think you are simply opposed to an alliance between the Kanjo Commission and Tenryo Commission, because the new balance of power in the Tri-Commission would be a threat to you personally. So you come here with an elaborate excuse to try and break up this marriage.
So, that's how you view it. Well, I have to admit, you clearly are far more talented than I at monitoring the power balance within the Tri-Commission.
Let me be crystal clear. This wedding is going to happen, and nothing is going to change that. The notices have already been sent out. All of Inazuma City knows about it now. Most of the public weren't aware that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato were courting. But you can bet it's all anybody's talking about now. Once the notices go out, that's it. The wedding is a sure thing, even if it hasn't happened just yet.
I see. It seems like I was wrong.
So suddenly we see eye to eye?
I had expected you to at least be smarter than most. But it seems that I was gravely mistaken.
Kamisato Ayato! You... How dare you!
You've made your move. Now, I suppose it's time I made mine.
What do you mean?
Do you seriously think this marriage will bring the Kanjo Commission and the Tenryo Commission together? Isn't it at all possible that the Kanjo Commission becomes marginalized as a consequence of this union? Goodness me. Well, I've learned a great deal from talking to you. That will be all for now. If you would excuse me, I shall take my leave.
Hey! What was all that? Paimon didn't follow at all.
They had their scheme, but fortunately I was prepared. As I said, they ended up coming out from the shadows and revealing themselves. Let's see how things are in Inazuma City. Then, I'll take you through the details of my plan.
Look at this. For sure.
Good luck to them.
Looks like the wedding is definitely going ahead.
It's still too early to make that conclusion. Our adversary wants to push this marriage past the point of no return. However, we can still beat them at their own game. But only if Kujo Kamaji is willing to help us.
Welcome. I just heard that the news of my wedding has been officially... It seems so...
Yeah, about...
I see. So someone's...
If you proceed with the...
I've previously considered...
I understand where you're coming from. Or, to put it another way, I don't mean to criticize you. I'm sure you admire Lady Hiragi for being the independent, for the sake of marrying you. Are you really okay with that?
I love her with all my heart. That's why I cannot abide to see her suffer or be manipulated. Yashiro Commissioner, you're right. But it's too late now, isn't it? There are notices everywhere.
I have a plan. But, Sir Kujo, in order for my plan to work, you and I... Are you willing to help?
If there's a way to salvage this, then let's...
I've told the people at the Kanjo Commission that the marriage isn't going to unify the Kanjo Commission. The context for this is that... But what if we were to imagine for a moment, the only reason you have been... And so, your plan, once that is achieved...
I see.
Exactly. By doing so, we can even strengthen her position in the Once our adversaries realize how the network of connections... Then, we got it. We have to make sure that the Matsura, with whom I spoke earlier, will now be fearing the worst. In that case, Sir Kujo. It's almost time. My ninja has located one of the informants. Let's go in.
Time to go.
That person is one of Matsura's informants. Let's follow him.
Where'd it go? It was right there a moment ago. Seems it disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we made less noise.
That person is one of Matsura's. Let's follow him.
Did you see that? Sir Kujo Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
Where'd it go? It was right there a moment ago. Seems it disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we made...
That person is one of. Let's follow him.
Did you see that? Sir Kujo Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
The Tenryo Commission has sent a load of people to Rito. I guess it must have something to do with the wedding. I think in all there must have been about 100 people so far.
That doesn't sound good. What could be going on? I hope it's just Sir Kujo Kamaji being overcautious.
The news is spreading fast, but it appears Master's fears may be well placed. There's no way they sent this many people just to escort the bride. I have to investigate.
He ran off!
As expected. Let's follow him.
Wow! It's like the whole Tenryo Commission is here.
Excuse me, has something happened on this road? I'm a businessman passing through, and it's a little disconcerting to see this place so heavily guarded.
Ah, please don't be alarmed. As I'm sure you've heard, the wedding of Sir Kujo Kamaji and Lady Hiragi Chisato will take place any day now. Sir Kujo decided to send for Lady Hiragi ahead of time, and have her live in Inazuma City during the run-up to the wedding.
I see.
We are here to clear the way for Lady Hiragi. Not just us, either. You'll see more Tenryo Commission members as you go further along. We're all here for the same duty.
Isn't this a little excessive?
Sir Kujo holds Lady Hiragi in the highest regard, and wants to treat her with the utmost respect, from beginning to end.
I understand. Sorry to disturb your work. Drat. It's exactly as Master feared. They say they're here to guard the road, but really they're poised to attack if Master doesn't allow Lady Hiragi to leave Rito. Wait, no. If Lady Hiragi does leave, they'll have all the more reason to strike. But we're in no state to defend against a Tenryou Commission attack. I must tell Master right away.
He ran off again!
That should do it. The seeds have been sown. In this atmosphere, mounting suspicion will nurture fear among the Kangjo Commission. Now, we wait patiently for it to grow and ferment. The calm before the storm is always the part that unsettles people the most.
Are they really gonna own up and apologize? Just like that?
If you're curious to find out, you can visit the Hiragi clan in Rito in a couple of days. I have some other business to attend to, so I won't be spending any more time on this. In any case, we've made our move. This is not my first time. Well then, goodbye for now. I truly hope that things will work out in Hiragi Chisato's best interests.
He left kind of abruptly. Are things really gonna turn out like he predicted? Paimon too. Well, let's go to Rito again in 2 days.
These people from the Tenryou Commission have been here for days now.
I guess they're here to pick up Lady Hiragi. But why would it be taking so long?
I heard that the Kanjo Commission suddenly said they don't want Lady Hiragi to leave. To be honest, I'd be hesitant if I were her. A crowd this size comes to Rito? Who knows what they could be planning?
Shh, stay quiet. Someone might hear you.
Oh, right. Sorry. How did things get to this point?
Hello. How may I help? We arrived here 2 days ago to escort Lady Hiragi to Inazuma City. Sir Kujo Kamaji gave us very strict orders, so we have to obey. But every time we attempt to receive the bride, the Hiragi clan always finds an excuse to delay things. Since we haven't fulfilled our duties yet, we decided to stay in Rito until Lady... We apologize. It was not our intention to stay here so long. We promise our presence here will not impact ordinary people's lives. We can only hope that the leaders of the Hiragi clan will start to cooperate soon. If this stalemate continues, who knows? Sir Kujo might give us orders to be less accommodating.
How much longer does your master plan to hold them off?
I have no idea. We're stuck in limbo here. Master's been very on edge these past few days. He gets irate over the smallest things, and is suspicious of everything. He's been yelling at me a lot. I understand that he's anxious, but I mean, what can we do? I've told him before, never cross the Yashiro Commissioner.
Yeah, good advice.
With him, you just know that whatever he's doing, a lot of preparation has gone into it. If Lady Hiragi is really taken away, then what will the Tenryou Commission do? And what will the Yashiro Commission do?
Maybe we should tell Master to discuss things with Lady Hiragi.
Hiragi Chisato is now at the center of every conversation in Rito. By now, the Kanjo Commission probably knows how important she is. But...
Oh, Traveler! I assume you've heard about everything that's been going on out there. What on earth is happening?
Don't worry, we can explain everything. So, what happened was...
After the Tenryou Commission arrived, they suddenly became alarmed. They keep having secretive discussions and won't allow me to have any direct contact with the Tenryou Commission. I never would have thought that this was Sir Kamisato's plan. Now it all makes sense. I'm sorry. I haven't. Maybe there's no right or wrong decision. Maybe everything would be easier if I simply didn't have the choice. I used to tell myself things like this to avoid having to think about it. But once I saw the notices appearing out of nowhere on the streets, signaling that the wedding was confirmed, I didn't feel reassured at all. Instead, I felt a great sense of regret. I keep thinking back to what Sir Kamisato said. This is supposed to be my bright and beautiful future. But what if it's not? can happily accept that if someone was trying to take advantage of my marriage, I should absolutely refuse to go through with it. But that's not the answer I'm looking for. And also, now that things have escalated to this point, it will be tricky to resolve.
Ah, Lady Hiragi, here you are. You scared me for a second. I thought you'd gone missing. You. Wait, you're the ones who were with the Yashiro Commissioner that day. What do you think you're doing here? Are you trying to convince Lady Hiragi to leave?
Calm down. They're my friends. They're just here to visit me.
Friends? Are you sure? Just friends? Lady Hiragi, I told you already, these are exceptional circumstances. You are extremely important to— Who's to say they don't have a hidden agenda?
If you want to accuse us of trying to abduct her, just come out and say it!
Don't be rude. You've been very highly strung lately, seeing everything as a threat. Listen to me. I know all the ins and outs of everything that's happened so far. His arrival might well be your very last chance to fix this. The present state of affairs in Rito shows me that the situation has escalated well past the point where you could hope to control it. This is not an order. All I need you to do is give me an explanation and take responsibility for the situation.
Understood, my lady. I shall discuss with the others right away.
Good job, Chisato. You handled that well.
I was so nervous. But I thought, yes, well, let's wait and see what happens.
We had a serious discussion. In all honesty, no one can handle the weight of the situation here. Everyone is besides them. I'm so sorry. My actions were radical and duplicitous. Would you please give it— I suppose you're right. The only person who can change the Tenryo Commission's mind will be the Yashiro Commissioner. We'll head off to the Kamisato estate shortly. Lady Hiragi, might I ask you—
Let's go in.
By the way, aren't you a good friend of the Yashiro Commissioner? Please put in some good words for me. Yashiro Commissioner, I'm sure you've heard the news. The Tenryo Commission has now— I realize I've greatly offended you with my—
I'm sorry, Mr. Matsura. I'm exceptionally busy and have but a moment to spare before my next engagement. I fear this leaves no time for small talk. So, please, if you would be so kind, get straight to the point.
I know our apology means nothing to you, but we really have nothing else left to offer but— Lady Hiragi is indispensable. So, would it be at all possible for you to talk—
You make it sound so easy. The Tri-Commission will to lose face for the
We'll take full responsibility. We'll do everything we can to—
But the Tri-Commission— If the situation if we fail to contain this— Try keeping a pet bird. You'll see what I mean. Songbirds who know how to hold a tune can be very pleasant to listen to. And as for the ones with excessively long tongues, well, they're so insufferable that they can't be kept as pets at all. But it doesn't take a moment to cut out their tongues.
Yes!
I've listened to your concerns.
I understand.
All right, you ought to return now. I'm sure you have a sizable mess to deal with back in the Kanjo Commission.
Okay, then please—
Ah, yes, Lady Hiragi. I have something to tell you.
Oh? Why, Sir Kamisato, you became a completely different person just now. It felt so intense.
Unruly servants like him, but now I'd like to—
Oh, please.
You must have heard that the Kamisato clan once went through an extremely difficult period. My father worked incredibly hard to compensate for the grave errors made by the Kamisato clan long ago, and restore our My mother loved him dearly. This sudden turn of events dealt a heavy blow to the Yashiro Commission. Behind the scenes, things became very unstable. Everyone thought that the Kamisato clan had lost. It may sound preposterous now, but I assure you that is the truth of what the...
Pretty similar to how the...
Back then, I had no choice but to accept the position I was in. While I desperately looked around for powerful supporters, I endured smear campaigns and attempts to exploit me. I had no other choice. I had to honor my parents' dying wishes, and I also had a young sister to take care of. I didn't mind what became of me, but my family. No one can ever be allowed to trample over my precious family. Fortunately, I persisted, and the Kamisato clan was able to survive the storm.
I think I now know where my sense of loss and confusion was coming from. Shinojo once told me that he saw what was in me, in a way that no one else did. That's why he couldn't bear to see me live the rest of my life depending on someone else. I thought the reason I felt unsettled was because of uncertainty over getting married. But the fact is, it's because I felt too young and inexperienced to handle the situation facing me.
The reason why Sir Kujo was able to face the prospect of marriage so confidently is because he's prepared for anything.
That's it. The situation I'm facing now is the same one he faced back then. When his clan was in crisis, he bravely drew his blade and challenged. It is time for me to make a stand. And
Well said. I'm sure once you have grown and gained confidence, it might not sound exciting.
And I'm sure I will use this as an opportunity to... This puts less pressure on Kamaji.
My best wishes to
Thank you, Sir Kamisato. Now, if you'll excuse me,
Take care, Lady Hiragi.
Yes. In fact, my reason...
She really has the air of a... Hats off to you.
In fact, our rival this...
Even so. Anyway.
I agree. Stability and... Perhaps for Master Matsura, power is his life. A stable nation is the prerequisite, but all I have tried to do is make sure that another positive outcome is that everyone recognizes how important Lady Hiragi is now. Dealing with the Hiragi clan will...
wait a...
If you choose to give up your stance, I didn't want to see her suffer. Now...
Okay then, guess we'll have to...
All right.
Looks like everything's resolved. Masterfully done. Oh!
The Traveler had one of...
The
Traveler did indeed play a critical role in this case. I'm sure both it wouldn't have been so easy.
There you go again, my lord.
Naturally.
A stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses the spirit. But it's best to dry your clothes as soon as possible after the rain stops.
That's correct. There's a requester who has submitted
a designated commission? Sounds like it
There's no need to worry. This commission is not dangerous by any means.
Yay! A festival! Oh!
The Yashiro Commission and Lady Yae are...
You know Miko! We better go to Grand Narukami Shrine.
Lady Yae is currently at Yae Publishing House in Hanamiza...
Oh! Well, that's convenient enough.